Today I have even more secrets in Forsaken that you most probably did not know. I'm willing to bet that you don't know at least one secret shown in the video because those are really the most secret of secrets. But as usual, we're gonna start from the most obvious to the more hidden secrets. And there's also one really dark secret about Forsaken, so just keep watching until the end. For the first secret, this was told to me by one of you guys. It was said that you can get on top of the lobby, which after enough tries was actually true. You just need to time your jump like really well and give yourself a lot of speed, that way it's possible. You can't really do anything on top of the lobby, there's a lot of invisible parts, but nevertheless it's a cool secret. On the 22nd of March, there was a bug in the game, at least I was told it was an oopsie by the developers. But on that day, if you played on the cool carnival map, a different song would play. And this is the footage of me in the game when that bug was active. Now, the first secret is actually in the lobby, and I didn't see this up until recently. A friend showed me this, but if you go right here, there is a funny sign that says, "Why so serious?" Now, to most of you, that probably means nothing, but to some of you, you may recognize it as the brain rot term for the jungler. It's just a brain rot meme for like Gen Z, you know, stupid stuff, but it's kind of funny they added this to the game. Now, in the Yorick's resting place map, there's actually another secret. If you go up here on this cliff, there's actually something crazy you can do. It's a bug, but if you go right here, whoops, so you need to run immediately as you go, as you fall, so like this, yeah, and then if you run to the end, you won't lose stamina, like you actually won't lose stamina, so you can stay up here for like an infinite amount of time. You can also jump right over here, this also works. It's kinda OP actually. It can give you an advantage. You can also try it behind the cliff. I don't know if that works, but whoops, no, it's just too small probably. You can't get up there, but this is the secret and it's actually kind of crazy. They need to fix this. So they actually fixed this bug as I was about to release the video. So as revenge, let me show you something else. You can actually get on top of a lot of things from the guess from Punch if you time it correctly. On here, for example, on this wall, or if you're hardcore, you can go even further. Or the hardest trick shot by far is right here on the stone pillar, or whatever it is. Yeah, Forsaken developers thought they could ruin this video, huh? Looks like they have even more bugs to fix. Now, many of you probably don't know this, but on the 4th of April, the creator of the game Soul Driven Love sent this global message. And it was a message to celebrate the release of the Chance plushies. It was pretty random. Maybe if you would consider subscribing, then I could afford one of those Chance plushies. Now, this is where things get really dark, and I have a theory that I don't think anybody else thought about. And it's going to really change the way you look at Forsaken. For you to understand this theory, we need to take a look at two special voice lines that Cool Kid and Betrayed 1X have. I'll play you the voice lines.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
If you didn't notice somehow, those voice lines are connected. It's from an old traditional song called Ring Around the Rosie, and supposedly it's just an innocent singing game for children taught in elementary school, but it is theorized it has a deeper meaning. Because it's so old and because it's so odd, people thought it has a connection to the Black Death or the Great Plague in London. If you somehow missed important history, the Black Death was a disease caused by bacterial infection, mostly spreaded by fleas. It was a very fatal disease that caused a lot of deaths. But now, what does that have to do anything with Forsaken? Well, it's kinda odd that the song fits so well to the description to what happened in the Great Plague. When Cool Kid says ashes, ashes, they all fall down, it could be interpreted as the bodies that were burned during the plague to increase the chance of survivability. And coincidentally, Cool Kid's attacks literally burn survivors to death. Now as for 1X, Ring Around the Rosies is supposed to symbolize the symptoms the infected people got, which is usually a red rash. And the pocket full of posies, well, it was to cover the smell of death and disease. It somehow fits so well because 1X's abilities literally poison people and infect them. This is just a theory though, but it's so odd that the descriptions fit so well. I feel like the Forsaken developers kinda knew what they were doing. Cut off that music, it's too creepy. Anyways, you made it to the end. I hope I didn't traumatize any children watching this video, and yeah, leave a like and subscribe. Have a great day.